Hello, all you thoughtfully made people out there. It's Courtney Morrison with Made Architecture and Design, back with another week in review. So it's been a couple weeks, I guess, since I have done this, and so we'll catch up a little bit. We traveled for fall break. We went to North Carolina to my mom's place up in northern North Carolina at a house that I designed for them a number of years ago, and so really it was great to get away, see some family, spend some time with them. But while we were there, Hurricane Helene blew through, and that was unreal. It was an experience. I don't know that I've ever lived through a storm quite like that, and yeah, it was pretty wild. So we have connections to Western North Carolina. Spent a good bit of time up near Asheville, and I know that community is really struggling now, and so really, hopefully, I think we're gonna try to put together a little fundraiser or something with my daughter to her favorite park there in Montreat got destroyed, and so we're going to try to raise a little bit of money for her or with her to help rebuild the park and stuff like that. So really a shame, but we know that they will rebuild stronger and better. So yeah, that was really tough. So we traveled back on Saturday and had a church day and family day on Sunday, and then Monday settled back into the studio, and I was working through just a few last comments for our project up in Gwinnett County, and got those out and resubmitted, which was just honestly just a huge weight off. And then I had lunch with a business owner here. He founded a couple of companies and got connected through a mutual contact, and he agreed to sit down with me for lunch. And that was honestly, it was great. I loved hearing his perspective on business and life and things like that, and so it was really good. I enjoyed doing that a lot, and I appreciate his time. And then on Tuesday, I wrapped up invoicing for the month of September, got all that sent out. It's kind of an arduous task, but honestly, I really like doing it because I get to see the reap the financial rewards for all the work in the month prior. And so I did that and got those out, and then had lunch with a land broker, coffee with a land broker who I've sat down and talked with before. He and I go to church together. He's a good dude, and so it was nice to connect with him. And then Wednesday, I had a meeting with a family here in town who's been very patient with me. I've been busy the past month or so, and their project kind of was on the back burner, but they were really patient and gracious, and so I regrouped with them, made a few changes, and really will press forward over the next couple weeks to try to get that one knocked out, nearly finished there. And then I also worked this week on another project that kind of had been on the back burner for the last month or so. They are not gonna do anything with it until Q1 next year, and they've either had or are about to have their first child, and so we had a little bit of wiggle room there. So I really worked hard this week to get that one wrapped up and sent out to them, so they'll have the drawings when they're ready. And then on Thursday, I got word that I had been awarded a new project for a medical office build out with a contractor out in Covington. So I'm excited about that, and to get to do that, and hopefully get that one wrapped up here in the fourth quarter. And then on Friday, I had a pre-con meeting with a contractor who I've done a little bit of work with for a client who's going to do a bonus room addition to their existing house and a kitchen expansion, and it's a pretty big project that they're taking on. And as with all remodels and additions, there's certain complexities and things like that. So it was great to be out there with them and talk through some of the issues we were coming up against, and the contractor can go ahead and be aware of them in the design as he goes through pricing and things like that. And then I went and saw a client who I did an addition for this afternoon with the same contractor, and walked through the project site, talked about what he was seeing, things that were different once they'd done some demo, which is always the case, and talk through some different changes and things that were unexpected and stuff like that. So it was great. Got to talk to the owner and see them. I hadn't seen them in a few months, and so really just see how the process was going. So I really enjoyed that. Upcoming this weekend is the Modern Home Tour put on by the Atlanta Design Festival. We're really excited about that. My wife and I will go out on Saturday and do it, and then on Sunday I'll go see probably not all of the houses, but some of the houses with a client, and we'll walk through and see that. I'll report back next week on what we thought were, pros, cons, highlights, whatever you want to call it. So I expect to see some really high quality work. Usually there is great work out there, and it always gets my mind, going. So it's really cool that we have this here in Atlanta, and we get to participate and see it, and hopefully one day put a house or two on the tour. So really looking forward to that. That's a big goal of ours. So that's all I've got for now. If you have questions or comments about who we are, how we do things, what we do, leave them in the comments below, and I will respond to them in a future week in review. I'd love to have some dialogue with you guys through the comments if you have any thoughts or questions. So that's all I've got for now. I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Be particular, and we'll talk soon.